Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Broadcasting exclusively in cursive. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you tend to get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss running on a full stomach, when shoes are optional, and when noise has a color. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the man who immediately throws the instructions away. It's Dick. Your best shape is when you aren't hungover. Schisler.
Yeah.
And I believe you are in your best shape right now.
Yeah, inadvertently.
Dang it. The whiskey store was closed. The liquor store.
Oh, you know what's really what's funny about that is when I worked last night. For folks who don't know, I was supposed to have fun last night, and
plans were diverted.
Yeah, and we closed up late, and I'm sitting there like, I kind of want a beer. And so I went over and got myself a beer after we closed everything. And I had my first beer, and I was like, I just want to go to bed. This is terrible.
Right. Too late. You got too late of a start is what it is.
It was
See,
terrible.
as you get older, you need to start drinking in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, is that
like I do.
Is that the secret?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a secret as much as it just kind of starts happening.
Yeah.
No, just kidding, everyone. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
You know, it's funny, man. We are getting closer and closer to Halloween, and I'm seeing a lot of like security cam footage online, which you see a lot of now anyways. But now they're of people who have Halloween decorations. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it's like the big scarecrow or the witch or whatever. And people will walk up to it. Maybe it's a delivery guy. And the witch will go, or it's like some animal.
That's actually a really good witch.
Well, thank you.
It sounded like a little raccoon.
It could be like a rabid, scary raccoon. I don't know, but or there might be an animal.
Can I get another one?
I don't do requests, but
come on,
if you're really good, and it'll scare the crap out of the animal or the delivery driver, right? And they're always funny because throws their bag into the air. But it got me thinking: are you liable as a homeowner?
Yeah.
If your decorations scare somebody and say they turn around and they tear a hamstring or something right there on your property, are you responsible for their injury?
Yeah, I would say so.
You think?
Yeah.
Probably so in this litigious society that we live in, right? But my thought is, you saw the scarecrow there. You saw the big witch. You knew it was only a matter of time before she goes, you're waiting for it, aren't you?
No,
and they start jiggling.
That was you have more jiggle on it. I like the jiggle.
you like the jiggle?
I like it. I liked it.
I don't know. That would be terrible, though.
I don't really care because if somebody did that, I would put that stuff on the internet immediately and then probably get sued because we're making fun of them. And it's like, look at this guy. He's tore his ankle.
Yeah, you'd have to try and monetize it somehow just to make up for the fact you got to pay for their medical bills.
But, yeah. I don't know. I bet the normal world today they would sue you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm sure some of it is AI, which I will talk about a little bit in the second half of the show. How I think we're over AI'd now, but that's another topic.
I mean, I saw another AI video the other day, and it was great. It's about they were doing what's it called? I just went blank. Whatever it was. Basically, it's Maury TV show, and you're Maury. Like, you are not the father.
Maury Povich.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was with dogs. And it was really good because the dogs were freaking out. Like, this little pup is not your pup. And then
I think in those cases, it's
funny.
Okay because it's obvious that it's not real. Like, so for instance, a couple of months ago, you had the AI videos of like zebras participating in high dive Olympic sporting activities and gorillas. Those are great.
No, the ones I'm getting now is the guy in the wheelchair, man, the guy who, Stephen Hawking's.
And he's on skateboarding ramps.
He's participating in the X Games,
yeah.
UFC fights.
Yeah. Well, maybe we just talk about it now. My point is, I saw a video the other day, and it was of a cat, like a house cat, walking in a field, and this hawk comes down and kind of attacks the cat. And out of nowhere comes a donkey and smacks the hawk right in the side and saves the cat. And I'm like, yeah. And you want to be like, you go, donkey, save
No, I
that
like the
cat.
hawk.
But then it dawned on me.
You don't want to see the hawk win?
This is
what kind of
probably AI.
What kind of prude are you?
And then it got me really disappointed because I watched it 2 or 3 times. There were no telltale signs that it wasn't real. But at the same time, why would there be a camera right there? Why would a hawk be attacking a cat and a donkey come out of nowhere?
Well,
and I so wanted to believe that the donkey was there to kick his ass.
There is a Ring camera, one of those, but it was a goat. Because the hawk like cornered.
Actually, it may have, no, it wasn't cornered. It was in the field.
But it was like this was like on the front or back doorstep, and it like got the cat in the corner, and all of a sudden this goat comes in. And
see, it's a plausible scenario, but my point is,
but it was a bald eagle though, so I was like, "That what are the odds of that?"
Right? And, I think they're kind of a-holes though. Bald
well,
eagles.
I get it. That's why it's our national bird.
But I think we've gotten to a point now to where there's so much AI that we're not going to be able to recognize actual greatness anymore. Something really amazing can happen. We'll capture it on video, and you go, fake. Next.
That's why you go see Taylor Swift in person.
What does she have to do with anything?
Well, you want to see greatness.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I want to see a showgirl. Right? Isn't that what her new album is? Something Life of a Showgirl?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're the one who brought her up, dude.
Well, you said like that's what people are going to want to see is that everything in person. So
you're going to have to. And that made me a little sad because I did want to think that this donkey came and saved the cat.
Well, if anything, that's great. We're full circle now. We're back to like the original things that made things great. Because people saw them in person. They're like, hey, did you see that?
I've literally had people within the last couple of weeks send me videos, and they're usually of people of size who are up on a rooftop, jumping off of a rooftop onto a trampoline, bounce back up onto the house, and crush the house. Obviously AI. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this video? I send them back like, this is obviously AI. No, it ain't. Oh my God, dude.
Just have a laugh and
First of all, how did the lady get on the roof to begin with?
Have a laugh and move on.
It's not that funny. I think it's run its course, is my point. The AI videos, they had their run. Enough. We're over AI'd.
Okay.
Dick, I've got to go fill some medication. And I hate going to the pharmacy.
Why?
I just kind of dread it. Because the stuff's never ready when they say it's going to be ready, or there's a long line and you got to sit there and wait. So I'm dreading going. And it got me thinking, though, the last time I did go, probably several months ago, I did have to stand in line. And as I'm standing in line, I'm looking at the other people who are there on the bench waiting for their prescriptions, or they're waiting to get a consult from the pharmacist. I always do that thing where I'm like, wonder what their illness is. Wonder what their medication is. Kind of like if you were an inmate in a prison. So what are you in here for? Some gonorrhea, some COVID? What you got going on?
Gonorrhea.
Don't you ever wonder?
Nope.
What these people... I wonder if that guy's got some colitis going on. I'm taking a good look at him.
Who cares?
I'm bored. I'm standing in line. I got nothing else to do.
You want to take the drugs.
I've got no AI to entertain me.
Okay.
So I'll let you know as I go get my prescription filled later this week if I have any experiences similar to that.
Okay.
I don't know. My mouse is icky. So what's new with you, buddy?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
full of it, huh?
Yeah, no, it's been a tiring week. A lot of work, a lot of weird stuff, and this weekend's gonna be great. We're judging a cook-off. I love being a judge at a cook-off.
They always tend to get local celebrities.
Yes, and which is ironic because that's how they get you in.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, "Oh, we're not allowed to tell anybody who the judges are."
That's why you need to wear a big shirt that just says "Judge."
Yeah,
like security on the back. Just written in Sharpie, no, judge,
jury, and executioner. That's the shirt I want.
Can happen.
That'd be great.
What are you judging?
I think all of it. I think like ribs, chicken. I think what is it? Pina coladas.
Ooh, so is it when you're judging something like a pina colada?
Pina colada.
Is it like when you sip wine, how you just have to sip it, slurp it, and then spit it out? You don't actually swallow.
No, I am a vibe person. So I get in my mind, I'm like, when am I going to have a pina colada? Oh, it's probably on the beach. So I'll sit back. I'm like, am I comfortable enough? Okay, imagine the sun. And then you take the sip. I'm like, is this good or not? for my dream beach vacation I'm having right now.
But if you start to drink a lot of those, you know what happens? You get a bit looser, right?
No,
a little bit more
if anything, you
inebriated.
get brain freeze.
That too. And so I would think that your ability to judge fairly from the start of the competition to the end might be a little different. Especially if you're going, about 8 of these. Great.
It was one time I was judging a competition.
I'm just saying you're not likely to be as good a judge at the end as you are at the beginning.
Let me tell you this other story. We were judging a competition, and they had margaritas. Not margaritas. Bloody Marys were part of the deal. And I made a joke. I'm like, hey, in the order, why don't we just do the Bloody Marys first? And the lady's like, why? And I was like, you'll know. You'll understand why.
Because I got the shakes.
No, and she's like, okay, well, I'll just go get those first then. And they bring all this stuff. There's so many of them. And I'm sitting there going like, all right, cool. We're set because we're not allowed to leave the room. And so I was like, no, I don't have to get up and get a drink.
Are you talking like 8 different drinks?
Oh, I think at that it was 15 different entries. So everyone had 8 ounces of each 15.
Oh, my.
And I'm sitting there, I'm laughing. I'm like, how are they not using logic with this? Because they expect me to drink 15 8-ounce Bloody Marys. Like, what's going on?
I think
here?
you're supposed to have a respectable,
yeah, but you're not going to waste it.
Oh no, heavens! Don't want to do that. That's a sign of disrespect to the bartender.
Yeah,
the mixologist.
Yeah, and then what? You'll love this. What I ended up doing is we all took sips. We're all trying to be whatever, real judges. And after we judged, we started getting the rest of the food. But we had all these Bloody Marys over here. So I went and I got a giant cup. I went to like next door and I got a big old cup and I just poured them all in. And I'm like, we're done judging them. And so I sat there with a big old Bloody Mary. And that was a great judging. So
I imagine
the food. One thing that's
from what I can remember.
One thing that's amazing to me judging food like that is there's always one that tastes so much better. Because everything's pretty good. These people are trying to compete. So they're doing their best cooking the best food they got. So there's never really a bad batch. But then when you get that one, you're like, what did they do to this?
Massage the cow.
They did something like that. Like they bred for generation and generation for this one moment of like this tenderness. And I'm like,
so when
damn.
you're judging, Dick, let me ask you, what are the specifics that you look for? Is it texture?
If it's yummy in my tummy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just have a feeling, knowing you the way I know you, I don't imagine you have this real scrutinous long list that you go by.
At all.
Checklist. It's very shoot from the hip. Whatever the wind takes you that day, right?
I got in trouble with the Bloody Marys because a part of the well, yeah, part of the judging was the appearance. So you had this one that was just decked out with everything,
but it tasted like caca,
and it was just like, this is gross. The one I liked was served in a solo cup, and it had like 3 olives on it, and I was like,
that's all you get.
It was delicious. I was like, this is the best one. And so when we were free, I walked around and I saw the booth with the solo cups, and I'm like, hey, are you the guys that do the Bloody Marys with the solo cups? And they're like, yeah. I was like, I need one.
You guys just drink the Bloody Mary?
No,
what?
you know how I am. I'm a very tolerant person.
Well, awesome. Well, I look forward to your review.
The appearance of the foods doesn't really. It's like we're doing steak, and these people put that display lettuce.
No.
And I'm sitting there going like, are they want me to eat this too?
It's just part of it.
And I did. I go, okay. I ate it with it, and I'm like, disgusting.
Get that out of my face.
But yeah, no, that was a fun day, and then I'm looking forward to it because it's with the American Legion, so it's gonna be with a bunch of vets, and so it's gonna be. I love hanging out with vets, dude.
You get to call everyone comrade.
No, I don't really play jokes with those people.
No, don't they?
I just like their attitudes.
No, don't they call each other comrades?
I'm sure. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. All right, buddy, let's go ahead and kick off this.
Should I just call everyone private?
Private, yeah.
Just call everyone private. I was like, what's up, private?
Kick off this show, buddy. If your idea...
Really?
Is it going to work?
No, it doesn't like that. What are the odds of that?
All right, again, drop it in whenever. If your idea of a runner's high includes a cheesy gordita crunch and possible vomiting, then the International Taco Bell 500K Ultra Marathon is for you. That's right. It's a race that's equal parts endurance, challenge, and stupidity. Have you heard about this Ultra K Taco Bell marathon?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
It's apparently held every year in Colorado in early October, and it just passed. I think it was held last week. The Taco Bell 500K dares its participants to run 31 miles while stopping to eat at 9 out of 10 designated Taco Bells along the way.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you have to actually bring receipts to prove that and I think a wrapper to prove that you have purchased said item and eaten said item, and a drink does not count.
So
And
it could be any item.
Yeah, but it has to be an item, right? So, like, I'm thinking the cheesy or cinnamon twists are the way to go if those count, because you get enough Gordita Crunch Wraps in you, you're not going to be able to run. But this does kind of remind me of the beer mile guys, drinking and what is it, a full beer or 4 beers throughout the course of a mile. This is very similar, except you got to eat and run 31 miles. Dick, do you think your chances of finishing 31 miles without seeing your food again is even possible?
I mean, it would take me all day. That would be an all day. Like, if I started at 8 a.m., I guarantee you I'd be back before dawn.
Okay.
Like I'd be right there running at the sunset. I'm like, I'm going to make it. And then I would just throw up. Right when you said Taco Bell, my body immediately needed to go to the restroom. I'm just letting you know.
Just had a viral reaction to it just by the name.
And that's real.
Well,
by the
apparently
way.
they do have to eat certain items. So it's not just like I said, a drink or some cinnamon crunch twisties. It says, for instance, by stop 4, they should have already eaten a Chalupa Supreme or a Crunch Wrap. By stop 8, they should have already eaten a Burrito Supreme or Nachos Bel Grande. And by stop 9, this says they could be dead. But this is funny, and I don't think there's any prize for this other than just saying that you've competed in it.
That's pretty
and I
cool.
think it takes a certain kind of athlete to achieve such greatness to run 31 miles, but yet 31 miles full of Taco Bell.
Man.
Sounds wretched.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Taco Bell resort we talked about.
Taco Bell resort?
Yeah, remember we talked?
No,
It was like a pop-up resort they tried to do. I think it was in Florida or something. And it was like a 3-day stay, and like all the restaurants there were Taco Bell.
I don't remember this. Yeah. Was that on this show? I'm sure it was.
Let's see.
It says only 7 people ran in the race the first year. Only 5 made it to the end, and one of them was blind. I'm not sure why we had to add that in.
It was in California. It was in 2019. It was an immersive experience for fans, and it was a pop-up hotel.
Taco Bell pop-up immersive hotel. I'll pass. But since then, the race has exploded, thanks in part to TikTok and the seductive
reservations were sold out in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like this, right? Thanks to TikTok and the seductive allure of bad choices. The audience of one show, everyone. Yeah, this is incredible. This year, it had about 1,200 registrants from 40 states. Some of them are actual serious ultra marathon runners, much like the beer mile, right? Because these guys are phenomenal athletes running a mile in 4 minutes and such. But again, it takes a special kind of athlete to be able to compete in this, as well as eating. And apparently, Taco Bell is not affiliated with the event.
Like, watch.
Right, so they're not an actual official sponsor of this. Like this pop-up, they're sponsoring this. So the video we're looking at here is a Taco Bell themed pool party at looks like a resort hotel.
Yeah.
Because just what I want to do is jump in the deep end after I've had a few Gordita Supremes.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, I doubt all the people in this video are the ones that are actually attending. I imagine it's a different clientele. But yes, like I said, Taco Bell is...
Notice they don't show the bathrooms. I wonder why that is.
Taco Bell is not affiliated with this. And I guess it's because it does kind of give them a negative connotation. Whereas this is looking at it from a positive light. This, as an ultra marathon, whatever ultra 50K marathon...
It's almost time for 2026.
It does appear as though it's presenting Taco Bell as a negative, healthy choice, and so Taco Bell probably doesn't want to put their name on it. But to be honest with you, I think it is still good pub. Are you on the official marathon website?
Yeah, I was on it, but now I'm looking at this is the one in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting ready in the morning.
Excellent.
Yeah, 30. I can't believe people do this.
Yep, unbelievable.
Well, I want to see is their running form towards the end.
Towards the end,
like
yeah.
they're kind of going numb. and they're
Arms are
like,
lower, dragging feet along behind them.
Come on, here we go. Let's see if we got any strugglers.
They all do appear to be struggling. Oh, yeah, a little bit there. Well, staying on this theme of food, Dick, a man was in, quote, absolute agony after guzzling 3 kilograms of Haribo Coca-Cola bottles over the course of 3 days. Do you know what these Coke bottles are? These are the little gummy Coke bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Haribo
those are disgusting.
Oh, you're not a fan of those. I like those, actually.
Yeah, it's because you're a monster.
I might be. Do you know how much 3 kilograms is?
No, I don't.
That is roughly 6.5 pounds.
What?
Of Coca-Cola bottles over the course of 3 days. That's right. Nathan Remington, who's 33 years old, munched his way through a bumper pack, is what they're calling it, of the sweets, consuming nearly 11,000 calories in the sweets alone. Okay. However, Mr. Remington said the sugar rush left him a bit bunged up, and he was unable to get out of bed or walk. After visiting his gastro practitioner, he was said to have found high levels of gelatin in his system, which can cause bowel problems and and can in some cases require surgery. This dude ate so many gummy bears, he had to be hospitalized.
I don't think I've ever been that fixated on a food product that I could just sit there and eat them for 3 days. Because that's a lot.
6 pounds? Yes. And that's not all he ate, obviously.
Yeah. So, I mean, he had to be munching on those things. It's kind of like...
So he apparently got this jumbo pack on Amazon because, quote, he couldn't be bothered to go to the store. And it was this big pack of gummies. He said he would eat them after his tea. He's British, by the way. And he would have it after his tea. Over the course of 3 days, it was gone. I ate them, and a week later, I wasn't feeling very well. My blood temperature and pressure was through the roof.
Ooh.
He spent
Did not mean to go that.
He spent 6 days.
I wrote. I'm trying to look it up. I put COC.
Oh, that's. I don't know what you're trying to look up, but that's not what you got.
I was trying to write Coke.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
Well, you're gonna have a visit from HR.
Oh, here we go.
He spent
boys.
6 days in the Rotterdam hospital, hooked up to IV drips to flush the gelatin.
$32
out of his system.
$32. What do you think? Is that worth it?
I don't know. It's probably pretty good value. He said it was his own stupid fault because he had done it to himself.
Yeah.
That's got to be miserable getting all bunged up from gummy bears.
Well, I like the week later comment.
It was a week later.
Yeah, a week later.
So he's walking around going, I hadn't dookied in a while.
Whoop.
I'm not feeling too good. Maybe it was the 6.5 pounds of gummies I ate. I'm just surprised you don't
like a Coke bottle.
I'm surprised you don't like those.
I'm not really a candy person to start with. I'll do like one, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not a huge candy person either.
I never really like what I loved about Halloween is I didn't really care about the candy because I was like, oh, I'll have a Reese's.
Yeah, I'm not a huge candy person, but I will say as I've gotten older, I do like cookies.
No, I'm like, oh yeah, people bring them at the bowling alley.
I'm starting to really like cookies.
All the time now, and it's great.
Well, there is a picture of...
I tried to save you a cookie, and you didn't even want to eat it. But you don't remember that? I remember that.
That's because there was a hair on it.
There wasn't a hair on it.
There is a picture of Mr. Remington in there, and he looks like a guy who could clear off about 6.5 pounds of gummies. Big old boy tatted up with his big, I don't know, Celtic-looking red beard. It's pretty awesome. Looks a little bit like a strong man.
What's funny to me about this is why would you tell anybody?
Again, this is well, because he knew the audience of one show was looking for content.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
kind of a thin news week.
Because if you're my buddy and you're like, man, I just got out of the hospital. I'm like, oh, I hope everything's okay. What were you in for? And then they'll be like, oh, well, apparently I ate too many of XYZ. And I was like, oh, well, like, you mean you sat down and ate 5 pounds of gummies?
Just after my tea.
Yeah. And I'm like,
how much tea are you drinking?
Because I can understand that gradually happening over a course of a month. Like, oh, I ended every night with a bowl of ice cream, and apparently if you eat whatever, my body can't, whatever. But if you told me in 3 days you finished 5 pounds of gummies, I'm like, what are you doing with your day?
6 pounds.
6 pounds. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm concerned for your health, safety, and well-being.
I don't know if I could eat 6 pounds of anything in 3 days.
Well, how about this one? An 82-year-old woman from the Zhejiang province in eastern China was hospitalized after swallowing 8 live frogs in a misguided attempt to cure her own chronic lower back pain.
Nice.
Good God. Oh, she was admitted to the Zhejiang University #1 affiliated hospital earlier in September after experiencing severe abdominal pain. And she told the doctors that she consumed the frogs over the course of 2 days. 3 on the first day, well, that didn't work, and 5 on the next, believing it would relieve her herniated disc, a condition she had suffered from for years. Live frogs.
Well, hey, go for it.
I mean, after the first day of eating 3.
People lick them.
Do they? Or is that just a wives' tale?
No, I'm pretty sure there's like a drug.
Oh, yeah, like some psychedelic property from their skin. I have heard of this. Only heard, haven't tried. I don't know, man. I suppose that she could have actually gotten high as well, but that's probably a certain type of frog.
Yeah, Cambo. They're called Cambo, and it has a DMT element. It's basically venom, but it's a powerful psychedelic. In the glands of toads.
You know what? I just thought about something. I wonder if the Taco Bell marathon, this will be the one marathon that's not dominated by the Kenyans. You know, because they always seem to just dominate marathons, but not this one, not the Taco Bell one, baby.
Oh, man, that sounds terrible. Yeah.
Anyways, that was stupid. Sorry. In today's fast-paced work environment, Dick, traditional office dress codes are being challenged more now than ever. And one innovative approach is gaining traction is the no shoes policy, which some startups are adopting in an effort to increase comfort and promote relaxation in the workplace.
Let's get comfortable shoes.
This is nasty. Yeah, there's a lot of these companies now that are, yes, they're requiring people to come back to the office, but in their attempt to make everyone feel good, shoes optional at work. And I saw many articles on this, and they were showing these bins of shoes. Like when you'd walk in the morning, you just take your shoes off. You can get into some slippers or just walk around barefoot or in your socks, and you put your shoes in the cubby like you're in kindergarten and go to your cube and do some coding, some AI coding. This is nasty, man. See, for me, I'm the type guy from the
Well, you don't
moment...
like anything that's close to being like natural.
No, the more artificial, the better. I don't know what the hell that even means.
Well,
I'm the type guy who has shoes on all day, right? From the start of the day.
Yeah, you
all the way.
You probably sleep with
I
socks
would.
on.
No, I don't sleep with socks on, but pretty much I have some form of foot cover from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So
Yeah,
this is nasty, man. Mm-mm.
I guess. I mean, just get better shoes.
I honestly, I don't. This is
Well, especially in today's workforce world, like there's very few occupations now that require you to wear like a suit.
yeah, but I mean, most every attire you gotta have shoes on. It doesn't matter.
And I
what
went
it is.
I went dress shoe shopping not too long ago this year, and I was like, these aren't dress shoes; these are basically slippers, and they just look nice on top. And I was like,
Yeah, that's the way most all dress shoes are going now. It's
like,
pretty awesome.
I like my shoes.
They're super comfy. Most of the
Yeah.
dress shoes. Those are some hey dudes.
Yeah, but they have that nice bottom
Waffle cone on the bottom.
Yeah. And they're very,
Thanks for showing. Put your shoes back on. This is not a shoes optional policy.
You don't know
here
what
at the audience
you
of
have
one.
No idea what I do under this desk. Okay, no one knows.
You're actually.
It's the only
you're
one.
actually right. I don't know.
It's the only space there's no cameras.
This is true. There's probably 6 of them in this studio, but not one under the desk.
Not one under the
Gross,
desk.
man. So gross.
You know how many times I've hit my head on this desk?
Oh, this says that a new no shoes policy promotes greater comfort for employees. No, I'm uncomfortable with you. In fact, you just taking off your shoe right there kind of grossed me out.
I can already see
And
you
what
in the
happens-
meeting when they announce this, and you'd be like, "So why can't we work from home?"
Right.
Uh,
And what about the weirdo in the corner that really likes the other lady's feet? I haven't thought about
I've not
that.
yet met a real person like that.
That has a foot fetish?
Yeah, I've not, because that's always the joke now with girls. Like, oh, I'm just going to start a foot fetish thing on OnlyFans. And I'm like, who is really behind? Like, I can understand there being unique dudes out there that have a fetish, but it's like it can't be that many where they support the whole industry of all these people selling their feet.
Suddenly, John over there is really early for work every day.
Well, I mean, it's got to be.
He had some truant issues before, but ever since the no shoes policy, he's really turning it up. It's got to
be a gateway thing where it's like, oh, if they send me their feet picture, I'll be able to get something else.
Maybe they're down.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know, man. I don't know that I've ever met anybody, but I also think it's one of those things that most people don't readily admit.
Yeah, I know. So, hey,
you probably
onesie out there, if you are a foot fetish person, please let us know what's going on there. Because especially when we learned about having a fetish with cars, again, I would ask that person just naturally, what's going on there? Like, is it the handle? Is it the pinky toe? Is it the big toe? Is it the turf toe?
Or is it one of those situations where, like, the uglier the better?
I don't know. Is it like is it the clean nails? Is it like, do they have to have pedicures?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Light it up, folks.
Audience1show@gmail.com. I'll talk to anybody about your weird stuff.
All right, real quick here before the break. Did you hear that MTV is calling it quits?
Yeah,
man?
I didn't know if that was real or not.
After 40 years of being on the air, they are shutting down. I thought it gave a date in this article. Basically, shutting down the channel. December 31st, 2025.
That's too bad.
Yeah, man, it was a big part of the 80s and 90s. Certainly, as I got into college in the 90s, it was still a big deal. But it started losing relevance probably 20 years ago, just kind of as a natural course of things. And
well,
then
their audience was supposed to be young, and the young audience moved to YouTube.
So. Right, and then that's what that was going to say. And now no one watches TV, so naturally it is gone the way of the dodo. Sad, man. It was a big deal. VJs. Were you ever an MTV watcher?
My older siblings were, especially with Real World. I remember watching that.
Yeah, you were probably just a little young for the heyday of
and
MTV.
I remember watching that with them, and I was so confused because the camera angles were like hidden cameras, and then some
supposedly,
and then some of them weren't.
Right.
So I was like, these people know they're being filmed, or they don't know they're being filmed. And it's really strange.
I think you're always supposed to assume that they are. Though,
I know,
right?
but it's like, is this real or not real?
Which is interesting because nowadays in the real world, you're probably being filmed all the time.
Yeah, but anyway, like I just remember I couldn't keep up with the show. I didn't know what was going on because I didn't have that concept of like I thought it was supposed to be a story. You know, like you're watching a TV show, and I'm like, what's the
It became a competition show.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the story here? Is this like a drama or is this a?
I don't know, man.
Because did you ever grow up with anyone watching soap operas?
I think my mom watched some when she was, or when I was younger, and she was younger, I suppose. But that was about it. That's the only person I knew.
That's kind of like, ironically, that's a lot of young kids' adult entertainment is. When I use quote. So it's like you watch your cartoons in the morning.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, oh, what's mom? This is before you go to school and stuff. Like you're started going regularly to school, and you're like, oh, what's mom watching? Like, oh, General Hospital. Like, what's that? And you're watching it with your mom.
30 seconds, you're like, oh, this is terrible.
This is terrible.
Sucks.
It was the twin brother.
Always the twin brother.
But yeah, I always wondered if that had any influence on anybody, because for at least 2 years of their adolescent life, they're watching General Hospital.
I'm sure it had some effect. And I do think there are some younger folk that still watch it as a result of that, watching it with their parents or their mom when they were younger. So
yeah.
It's kind of like the foot fetish. You just don't want to admit it. All right, man, it's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back,
you
Dick,
think it's exactly the same.
We're going to discuss.
Are you one of those? You can just wink once for yes. Oh, or many times for yes. How about that?
We're going to discuss, Dick. We got him.
We got him.
Finally got him.
All right, I like that.
Right here on the Audience in One Show. Everybody stick around.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
And we are back on the Audience of One Show. Don't forget, we're here every Friday at 10 a.m. with a new episode on podcasts where you like to do that. And of course, the YouTube channel for Lone Star Community Radio. We are a nonprofit radio station for Montgomery County. So always like people to donate. Our sponsor, just visit us online at irlonestar.com/AAA. And
that's AOO in English, everyone.
And then, yeah. And side remark, people love sending weird articles to Andrew.
Love it. It's their favorite pastime.
It's audienceofoneshow@gmail.com.
Or just messages on Facebook.
Facebook.
Whatever.
Andrew is lonely. He needs to talk to somebody.
This weird picture you paint of me to the onesies that I do nothing but just refresh on Google Mail. Oh, please. Hope they sent me an article.
If anything, if y'all want to have some...
Bell
if
Marathon.
you want to have... What's her name? Jessica?
Lisa?
Lisa, can you please talk to Andrew for me?
No, I don't want... That lady's nuts. I don't want to talk to Lisa.
You think she's crazy?
No, it seems like her behavior is perfectly normal.
Well, what's weird to me, I was thinking about this other day, because, as you know, I'm single. And I'm on the dating scene. And I've met a lot of interesting people. And everyone's a little crazy, but I was thinking from their perspective what I'm like, because I'm pretty wild.
Uh-huh.
But like in hopefully a fun way. But then I was like, well, everyone's crazy then. It's like, I guess the question is, how much crazy do you want to put up with?
In that slightly homeless, might be methy sort of fun way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, what I've been getting a lot is, you just don't really care about anything, do you? And I go, well, it's not that depressing.
Yeah.
It's not that depressing. It's like, I don't really... If you ever meet somebody that cares too much?
Yeah, maybe. That's not you, though.
Yeah, but see, when people tell me I don't care about anything, I'm like, no, I do care.
You're kind of self-proclaimed or professed to not really care about much either.
Yeah, but it depends on what it is. And I guess I don't really care about things that most people care about. And it's not positive things. Like if it's politics, don't care. But if it's about a love of a dog, yeah, I care about that. And like your mama and your dad, like, yeah, I care about those things. Your family, your health, care about those things.
Put this on your dating profile.
So
keep it off the show.
So don't say I don't care about anything. It was
just most of
half the articles
don't care
on the show don't care. But no, it's funny. It's funny the crazy out there is a lot of fun. That's one thing I do love about it, because I was out of the scene for a while, and now I get to meet all sorts of people, and it's wonderful. I'm grateful.
Glad you're having a good time.
I'm very grateful for it. I can't wait till one of them's AI, and I get my AI robot. And I'm gonna name her Patrick just to confuse people.
You can make that happen right now, so you don't have to wait.
I want to look that up. How much is an AI robot? Like not like a sexual one. I just want to know. Like,
I don't know. We have talked quite a bit about food on this episode, and I have a feeling right in the middle of this, you're
21 grand.
Yep, there we go. You're gonna interrupt. Oh, what? You got that. You got that easy.
Another one, 65.
Can you put it on layaway?
It's on NVIDIA sells them? Interesting. I think that...
What's the interest rate on an AI sex bot these days?
It's just a robot.
Oh, right. But let's be honest.
It doesn't look like anything like an actual person. This is like, I was just wondering if you could get a robot today to be like your butler. Because I imagine you can do that.
I imagine you could. But we've already established you can have relations with a door handle. You can probably have one with a robot that looks like a butler. So
I mean, whatever you find true love, right?
Whatever.
What calls to you, Andrew? What calls to you? Tell me about it. Is it pickleball?
I haven't played pickleball in years, man.
I don't know. We're just throwing it out there. Clearly, it's feet. That's what we learned today. You're a onesie.
So we talked a lot about food at the beginning part of this episode, and I have heard people say this. I'm sure you have too. That food has never been better and worse at the same time as it is right now in history. And typically what they mean by that...
Those statements are terrible.
Well, what they mean by that is there's never been more recipes and adaptations and fusions of and quality food than there ever has been in the history of the earth. But at the same time, you have fast food places on every corner, right? And because it's more affordable, people tend to go to fast food. And therefore, you have the juxtaposition of food has never been better, but yet never been worse at the same time in human history. And I'm here to say that if you took like a Carl's Jr. and threw it in 1897, it would be the greatest restaurant ever known to man. It would blow their mind,
it'd be a barter restaurant too, because it's like no one has money then, and so it's like I need to have this Carl's. I'm like,
I'll give you 2 pigs and my second daughter for a Whataburger with cheese.
No cheese, third daughter.
Yeah, you're right. She's a little slow. Second daughter's worth 2 cheese slices.
I don't know.
Though.
Well, because like the way I think about food now is whatever doesn't make me feel bad.
Right, not Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Not Cinnamon Toast Crunch, because I had that episode this week, and let me tell you,
tempting fate.
Nothing's changed. And like I said earlier in the episode, yummy in my tummy. But yeah, no, that's how I kind of rate food. It's like I need to have the full experience. Let's see how this works out in 24 hours. And like it's getting pretty selective.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I've been doing a lot of experimentation because.
Excuse me.
Is it?
No, you said the word right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well,
do explain.
Well, because I was like, oh, maybe this bread thing is a real deal. Like if you're just eating a lot of bread,
right,
you don't feel good.
Gluten.
So I started making my own stuff, and I feel like I would say noticeably better about it.
Making your own bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really not that hard to do.
No, and you're onto something. But continue.
Most people, what I love when they're like, "Oh, you make bread," I'm like, you don't have to make it pretty. Like
right.
you're eating it, so like it's not that hard. And you have machines that can do it for you.
Yeah, you would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised at all of the hidden ingredients in most of our food
funny.
today.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And but look, to answer your question, I don't really know because I don't really judge food by its flavor anymore. I don't have a flavor profile.
I thought you were going to say, "Oh no, I
no."
don't care.
Tell you what's wild that happened. Talk about experimenting. I like to do nicotine pouches now because
you do.
I gave up the whole tobacco thing, and
you started rolling them up and smoking them.
No, actually, it's funny because someone asked me, it's like, "Oh, are you miss dipping?" And I'm like, I actually ironically miss the spitting part. But that's part of the reason why I quit, because everyone was like, that's disgusting.
And it is.
And I told them, I don't care. But now I started caring about what other people thought. And so I was like, oh, I'll try these. And they're wildly different because someone gave me a free can of cinnamon something, and it tore my mouth up.
Interesting.
And I thought I was falling apart like a zombie.
There was obviously some flavoring or some additive in there.
It was wild because I would be like, what is this? And it's skin. And I'm like,
oh, whoa.
And I'm like, that's kind of fun, right? Is that because of the years of dipping? Or
no, I have a feeling it's probably something in that particular one. Yeah. Cinnamon, probably anything that's spicy like that.
And now what I tell people, it's like, they had all those studies about nicotine prolonging your life and keeping away cancer. That's why I do it.
You stick them in your ears and your nose and under your armpits.
Other places.
Hey, now.
All those fetish places, my in between my toes.
Dick, I was at a stoplight the other day and I heard something that I hadn't heard in a while, and that was the car next to me with the windows down playing loud music. But this was Tejano music.
Oh, I love it. That's what I have.
Okay. And it dawned on me that Tejano music, it's not just because I don't understand all of the words, and that may have something to do with it. I'm talking about the general sound. That has got to be, outside of maybe classical music, one of the only genres of music that doesn't seem to have changed in like 30 years. That could have been the #1 hit from 1987, or it could have been made last week.
It's great.
And it sounds the same. And I guess that means they got a good thing going. Why change it? Because I look over and these two dudes are grooving to it. So I rolled my window down. So I'm like, I got to hear this. I got to admit.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, what's funny, I learned about a lot of Tejano music is because a lot of people dance to it. And it was really heavily influenced by like polka music.
Yes,
which is
absolutely.
wild to me.
It does have a polka beat when you break it down.
Yeah, it's great. And
but it wasn't the traditional like mariachi type singing. I mean, the man was grooving to it. It was almost kind of like, maybe this is a subtle change. It's almost like he was rapping almost. Mm-hmm. It was pretty good. So
yeah, I think I told you this. I went on a little deep dive because I really like 80s music. And I found a whole treasure trove of 80s Spanish music with the same 80s style, but with Spanish singing, and it's phenomenal. It's great. I'll send you some of the tracks.
Yes, please do. I'd actually like to listen to it.
They are so good.
No joke. I would like to listen to it.
I have no idea what they're saying, but
Well, you can always look it up. Dick, I also noticed
No,
that I do
kinda
something.
like not knowing. 'Cause-
Right? Just make up your own story.
Yeah.
This guy ate too much Captain Crunch. That's what the song's about. I know it.
Oh man, I haven't had. Maybe I should. I don't want to test the. I don't want to test that theory any longer. Cereal is a real killer these days.
Yeah, you're going to find as you get older, a lot of things are killers, buddy. A lot of things
I
are
like
killers.
that though. I do like getting older.
Okay.
I do.
You say that now.
No, it's just kind of funny because it reminds you that you're living.
Okay, yeah.
And you have that kind of sorrow. You're like, oh, I should have lived better yesterday because now I feel worse.
If I'd known I was going to live to be this old, I would have taken better care of myself. It's typically the old
No,
saying,
I didn't
right?
say that. I would just live better. Like I would have more fun.
Oh, okay.
Someone said that to me the other day. It's like, you know how important it is to work out like at a young age. I'm like, guess what? Not young anymore. So I guess
Yeah,
I've
missed it. That
missed
ship,
that one.
That ship sailed.
And it's no longer a ship. We're already in the emergency boats. We lost the ship. So we just got to see how long we keep this up. Hopefully there's an island somewhere where we can just rest.
You have a point. You know, if you start saving when you're young, by the time you're old, you'll have millions of dollars. Well, too late now. No longer young.
It was funny.
Put the pedal down, baby. Make it a double matcha.
Yeah. I guess that's the beauty of getting older, though. It's like the self-reflecting you have every day is wonderful.
Yes, and especially if you get to be elderly, you can say, look, it's a blessing that I got to be this old because a lot of people don't live to be this age, you know, whatever fill in the blank age is. So you're right. It's all about perspective, I suppose.
Yeah. I think that's why like a lot of older people now with the drugs being so readily available, they're having the time of their lives.
Hell yeah, man.
Like think about every aspect.
Hey, look at this new spot on my back. Check it out.
Well, not even that, like all aspects of your life can be
This is fun.
Be like temporarily fun with a pill now. If you're like 80 years old.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Like you got the blue pill.
Right.
You got the marijuana pills.
Yep. Continue.
You got like the Dr. Feel Good pills.
All of them make me feel good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you got like the energy pills. So, yeah, it's kind of wild.
That reminds me of something. Speaking of something on your back, I think I did this the other day, and I know I've done it more than once, but when when you inappropriately use the term or the phrase good luck to someone. So let's say you're having a conversation with your buddies like, oh man, I got to go to the doctor this week. Like, oh man, that's terrible. Yeah, I got to get this spot on my back checked out.
Okay.
And it's always one of those interesting things where you don't really know what to say. So you go, well, good luck. You know, it's like, luck? What does luck have to do with this? You know, you should say something like, oh, I hope everything turns out okay.
Let's have lunch
Let me know,
afterwards.
yeah, so we can discuss. Are you feeling uncomfortable? You need somebody to talk to? But I always just resort to good luck. I'm a terrible
I
friend.
see no problem with that.
No, I'm going to keep saying it then.
What's wrong with wishing people luck?
Because to me, in a situation that revolves around your
I was
health,
like,
luck shouldn't really be playing into it.
Well, why?
Because if you end up having bad luck,
with that
what's
logic,
that mean?
when someone says, I'll pray for you, you'd be like,
Pray all the time.
but I'm saying, like,
They can pray for me all they want.
yeah,
wish me
it's
good
the
luck.
same thing. Luck.
No, it just seems like it's not the appropriate situation.
I think you
to
should
tell
say
somebody good
something
luck.
better. Be like, hey, I hope you don't die.
No.
And that'd be great for
Hey,
any.
have good luck. Don't
like,
die.
hey, I'm going to go see the dentist. I hope you don't die.
Good luck.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to start doing that. Like, hey, I'm going to go to the grocery store. Hope you don't die.
I don't know. It's a situation where luck really shouldn't have anything to do with it, and yet here I am wishing them lots of it. That's my point.
Well, you know, you could say that when they found cancer while doing your surgery, and that's not why you went in. You're going to be like, guess what they found? Like, they found I got
Oh, yeah, there
all
you
this
go.
stuff. I'm like, told you, good luck, dude. You got some luck
Yeah,
right
look
there.
at that. See?
Well, now I'm going to die. Man, good luck. I mean,
From,
right? Is that how
from
it works?
USA Today Pets, and yes, that is actually a site. A Florida man was charged with aggravated animal
do
cruelty.
we talk about this where when someone says, like, because I like to say, like, have a safe trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize, because some people are now bothered by that. Some of my friends are like, why do you keep saying that to me? I'm like, I don't really know. I just hope you have a safe trip.
And good luck.
And then after, when I started thinking about it, I was like, I got the perfect response. And someone says, why do you keep saying that? I go, well, what I'm hoping for is when you're sliding on the icy road and you're about to crash, you think, man,
Good
I wish we
God.
had a safe trip. What's Richard doing? Right?
And there is that.
I mean, what's wrong with saying have a safe trip?
Nothing.
What's wrong with that?
Because then it puts the seed in their mind. Is this trip unsafe?
Oh.
Is there a potential element of danger here? I didn't think about it. Now, thanks a lot. Now I'm going to be nervous. Just wish me good luck like a normal person. A Florida man was charged with aggravated animal cruelty. Now, again, aggravated. I guess he was just upset. After allegedly, listen to this, Dick, killing and eating his pet peacocks as part of a dispute with his neighbor. An arrest warrant shows.
The eating part's pretty great. That's the extra step. That's kind of like our dog, our kidnapper last week. That was an extra step to get money to pay for the dog. And then the extra step was, hey, dig your own grave.
And then get in it.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Listen to this, man. This guy's name is Craig Voigt. He's 61 years old, right? And he was, this says, again, excessive pain or death in connection with an animal on September 23rd, blah, blah, blah. According to the arrest warrant, this is where it gets weird. Voigt's neighbor told a county sheriff that she had been in a verbal disagreement with him over his pet peacocks. And the neighbor said Voigt placed a letter in her mailbox saying, I killed those two pet peacocks because you were feeding them.
Do you think he got in trouble for putting an unposted letter in her mailbox?
Ooh, yes. I don't know that he was necessarily charged for that, but I guess that is breaking the law, right? I don't know.
Isn't that?
I don't think it is, actually.
You can't just go around people's mailboxes and put stuff
in there.
I don't think you can.
I don't know. You're missing the point here. Apparently, his neighbor was feeding his peacocks, and it pissed him off. So to get back at her, he effing killed them and said, I will continue to kill these off one by one if you don't stop feeding my pets.
Wait,
bro.
He owned the peacock.
He owns the peacocks. Neighbors are feeding them. He says, please do not feed my pets. She continued to do so.
So this is going to be a Netflix series about a psychopath.
Right? What kind of I'll show her.
This is the beginning.
I'll just kill him and eat him.
This is the beginning
my God.
of that show. And
he says to prove the point, he will continue to kill his pet peacocks if she continues to feed them, like I said. That was in quotes.
What a weird way to get arrested.
Well,
because what happens if you do it to your chickens?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just because it's a peacock?
So chickens don't have the
dogs
same...
would make me really weird.
So chickens don't have the same rights as other animals, is what you're saying. Because you're right. If you go over there and wring his neck, and then you're like, wait, this is dinner, no problem, no harm, no foul. But if you're just having some peacock on a Tuesday night...
Yeah, or some dog.
That's aggravated assault.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good point.
Interesting.
Well, while being transported to jail, get this, the defendant stated that upon his release, he plans to kill all of his pet peacocks to prevent anyone from taking them into custody.
I bet this guy...
Good God, what a freak!
This guy has got some great fetishes, right?
Oh, he's into feet.
No, I think it's more than that. It's got to be cars. Like, this is a car guy, 100%.
Yeah, I could see that. Man, this kind of reminds me of the people who want to take their pets with them to the grave. So when they die, they have their dog euthanized so that they can be buried with the dog. I'm like, dude, he's got years to live. It's kind of an a-hole move. This guy, same thing. Oh, you're not going to follow my directions? Bird gets it. So he's going to put it in a frying pan. Sorry, I'm not laughing, but I am laughing. This actually gets pretty... descriptive. I'm not going to get into some of the other things that he told the officers, but what a freak. This is a perfect audience of one story, moving away from that last one quickly.
I wonder if the officer
or not so quickly
got the order, be like, hey, you got to go arrest this guy. And they're like, oh, what's he doing? He's like, oh, he's eating his peacocks. I'd be like, what? That's illegal? Like, you can't eat your own peacocks? Like, what?
Yeah, you do have a point.
I know I do.
What animals can you eat legally?
And if you own them.
If you own them. Oh.
Because you have to register a peacock? You don't have to register chickens? You don't have to register your dog, technically.
Yeah, I guess not. These are unregistered peacocks. I can do what I want to do.
I wonder if there's some protective thing in Florida about that. Because it wasn't like he killed them and put their body on the neighbor's house. So yeah, I can see that being a problem. But he just let them know the reason he didn't see Chipper the other day.
I think he was just looking for an excuse to off these birds.
Yeah, it's like... Because what would happen if you never sent the letter? No one would ever know. So just the fact that the neighbor knows that he killed his peacocks, that upsets the law?
Sounds like you're siding with this guy.
Well, I just think it's kind of ridiculous to be.
A minute ago, we were saying he was a psychopath, and you're going, you know what? I don't see his actions being that weird.
He's a psychopath doing it on his own land, with his own property, his own property.
But to spite his neighbor.
But again, I don't really get it, because unless the letter was a threatening letter to the neighbor.
I mean, I guess it kind of was.
So I can.
But he was threatening to the peacocks.
Yeah, I'm curious. Huh.
Well, this is an interesting story. A couple. Follow along, Dick. It gets kind of twisted. A couple allegedly left a child on the side of the road with a bag of guns and told him they were going to, quote, Guam or Idaho, and for him to take care of the house. That's right. That's not a misprint. They're going to Guam or Idaho. And I'm not real good at geography.
You forgot cash ammunition.
I'm getting to that. But I'm not real good at geography, but I kind of feel like those are two vastly different places. And you would know fairly quickly if you were going to Guam or Idaho. First of all, don't think you can drive to Guam.
Well, was it were they opposite directions of each other?
They kind of are. These people are from Florida.
Well, it's a classic fork in the road song. Like, which way are we going to change our lives?
You know what? From Florida, you're right. They are in complete opposite directions.
Yeah, so that's...
Maybe it was done just to confuse the kid. We're going to Guam or Idaho.
But why give them guns?
Well, that's the thing. I guess this was a parent and a guardian, or a guardian and like a friend. It was two guys. If your parent or guardian gives you a bag of guns and says, go protect the house or watch the house, are you feeling more or less safe? Because, like...
How old's the child?
He's doesn't say.
Has he played Call of Duty?
Because, like, if they just said, hey, man, take care of the house, I might be a little nervous. But if they hand me a bag of guns and say, take care of the house, I'm thinking, what the hell's about to happen? What are you guys doing?
What's in the house?
Yeah, what's in the house?
Peacocks.
Well, according to the information obtained by this website, the police were notified about a person walking on the side of the interstate, blah, blah, blah. Upon arriving, the juvenile was initially reluctant to explain what happened to him, but then eventually began to talk. His name and age have been redacted. So sorry, Dick, we don't know how old he is. The boy explained that when he arrived home from school earlier in the day, it says the suspects, but this would be his parents, were frantically packing their bags and gathering items as if to leave the house. When he asked where the pair were going, they told him Guam or Idaho, which was not an idea they had mentioned before. So they grabbed their bags, got into their Toyota 4Runner along with the kid, but he said that somewhere along the road that he did not want to go with them. So the couple allegedly pulled over, gave the boy 2 bags that held handguns, ammunition, and cash, and like I said, told him, take care of this house. To which it sounds like he was going to do. He was walking back when the police, the popo, intercepted him, but good God, man. And of course, these 2 men, 36-year-old, 35-year-old, I'm not going to say their names, have been arrested on all kinds of additional charges, too, it sounds like. So these people weren't on the up and up. The boy told the police he initially believed that the couple was trying to test his mental fortitude.
I'm waiting for the twist you said there was in this.
Well, I mean, the fact that, well, I don't know that it was twist. I just said it was interesting. Maybe I did say twist.
Yeah, you did. I'm waiting for it.
Well, you know what? I would have told that boy as I set him on the side of the road, I would have said, safe travels and good luck.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good twist.
Dick, are you familiar with white noise? You know what white noise is. You hear this all the time,
yeah.
Right?
You mean like when we listen to the show?
Just a bunch of white noise. This article says that white noise is the most popular kind of noise. I didn't know it was a popularity contest, but it contains all the frequencies found in the spectrum of sounds that you hear in equal parts. It's often called broadband noise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was not aware of this. It sounds like
people sleep to it.
Yeah, yeah. Were you also aware that there is pink noise?
Sure.
And there's also brown noise. Now, no, this is not the type of noise that you make when you're backing one in the potty.
That's called the brown note.
But yes, apparently there are pink noises and brown noises. Pink noise is a constant sound in the background. It filters out things that distract you, like people talking or cars going by, so they don't interrupt your sleep. You may also call it ambient noise. The pink noise. I just assumed that was white noise as well, but no, white noise again is more like a soft, subtle kind of, or like raindrops or something, improving your sleep, reduce anxiety, etc. Pink noise, and I think I have experienced this before because I have been to a bowling center before, and actually opened a book and studied. This is while I was in college because the constant noise of the pins, actually helped me focus. Just the noise all around. It was so much noise that it was no noise at all. Interesting. Brown noise, also called red noise. Why don't we just call it red noise then?
You're the one making it dirty.
Produces a rumbling sound that's deeper with a bass-like tone.
Yeah. Red noise.
The sound level decibels decrease as the frequency goes up more than it does with pink noise. It's similar to a steady, heavy rainfall or a shower with good pressure. So there went my example of white noise being raindrops. It says that some sleep apps use this sound instead of pink noise or white noise to give it a deeper, grainier effect. So there you go. Studies have shown that brown noise might help you lower symptoms if you have ringing in your ears as well. Also called tinnitus. Dick. So just thought I'd let you know there
tendinitis.
That completely different.
Oh.
The AI is going to struggle to see your face right now.
No, it's not.
Now.
I know. I changed the camera.
So funny. Did you?
I changed the camera.
So for those of you who don't know, or maybe the ones who follow our page and our listeners, weekly I will do clips from this show and use AI to kind of grab the video and it'll put the text or whatever at the bottom. I was having a really hard time getting a clip with both of us in it. And it dawned on me that even while I wasn't talking, the AI put the camera on me and I'm just sitting there and the text is going by with words that you're saying. And come to find out, it's because you had slumped so low in your chair that the microphone covered up your face. I don't think the AI recognized you as human.
Well, I told you a story about...
It thought I was doing the talking.
I told you the story about we had one of those TVs that would auto-sense if you're in the room, so it would stay on. And if it didn't detect motion, it'd go off.
Right.
I was notorious for laying on the couch
for
so long and so still that it would just turn off.
It does kind of remind me, like I'll be sitting watching golf.
I know how to sleep, dude.
And the TV will say, "Are you still there?" I'm like, "Yes," and I'm all offended. Don't change the damn channel on me or turn it off.
Yeah, no, it would turn off. It was one of the funniest things.
That usually happens during.
I had roommates at the time, and they were like, "I don't get it, dude. How are you able to do that?" I was like, anything that's like a great function to have on a TV because it probably thinks you're asleep.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Nope.
I'm just hibernating, kind of like I'm just laying perfectly still. And
just me being me, bro. This is funny. A TikToker found herself on a surprising flight, and flight is in quotes, experience when her American Airlines connection from South Bend, Indiana to Chicago turned out to be a bus. Were you aware that American Airlines is now using buses instead of airplanes on certain routes to help alleviate busy terminals at airports?
Well, you're going to terminal to terminal on a bus?
So you got to go through all the security at the dang airport, check your bags, do all this crap, go through just the nonsense of the airport, get in there only to arrive on a bus. What a kick in the midsection,
What?
man.
I don't understand. So when I get on the bus, where am I going?
Your destination.
So you're going to if I'm going to Seattle, they'd be like, yeah, we'll take all your bags, but you're getting on this bus.
Well, in this case, she was going from Indiana to Chicago, which is a 2.5-hour bus ride.
All right. What's the flight? Is it like an hour?
Probably, I'm guessing. I don't know.
So did she not see the time? How long her destination would take?
You have a point there as well, and I hate it when you have 2 points in a row.
I'm
But this woman's name is Krista Motes, and she shared her story last week explaining that the passengers boarded at the gate like they do any other flight, only to find that a luxury bus was waiting. Well, at least it's a luxury bus. And it turns out...
I've taken several buses. They're nice.
Oh, yes. Have you know?
Yeah, I actually prefer riding the bus than flying.
Of course you do. Of course you do. You seem like a bus guy.
Well, it's that brown noise... Or
Actually, I think
it's the rumbling.
You're right.
Of the road that
a bus, I think, would be
rocks me like
brown
a baby.
Noise. The service, part of
Would
American
a blue noise be like the sea?
The ocean.
Yeah, the rocking.
Maybe you're onto something.
That's my best sleep.
The ocean.
On a boat.
Yeah.
That's like you're just...
No, I don't know. Maybe it's got to be gentle, though.
It could be whatever. Just
Sea was angry that day, my friend.
Yeah.
That doesn't
throw
make
me
difference.
around.
The service, part of American Airlines' new partnership with the landline company, aims to reduce, like I said, congestion at major hubs, blah, blah, blah. But apparently a lot of these people did not know this and were pulling, even the crew, the flight crew, were pulling out their phones and recording it saying, look at this, our plane is actually a bus.
So the crew gets on it?
That's what they're saying, yeah. It says, when I exited the gate ticket on the plane, it was a bus. She noted that even the flight crew was taking pictures around the unusual event in the tarmac.
Well, no, okay. So you're telling me I'm a pilot or a stewardess person, and they're like, hey, what job are you working? Oh, we're going from Chicago to Illinois or wherever. Where was she going? Chicago?
Indiana to Chicago.
Yeah, Indiana to Chicago.
Or maybe vice versa.
And then they're like, okay, well, what plane are we going to get on? Like, oh, no, we're getting on a bus. So do you have to perform your duties if you're a pilot? Like, you're not a driver, so you just get to sit there?
Yeah, I think the pilots probably don't, but the stewardesses or flight attendants, I guess bus attendants would probably still have to perform their duties, I guess.
So? I'm kind of curious.
It says they were driving beside the planes when they were taxiing
like,
along the runway.
Where's this lunch option I got? Right?
Yeah, and do they have the little carts like they normally push down the aisle?
I'd be curious.
I don't know.
I'd be curious. Kind of want to do it now.
Too, man. I'd be curious, too.
Yeah, I wanted to go on a train ride. I really want to do that.
I know you do. You've mentioned that big train guy.
I am a big train guy, and I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Quick, before the quick hit here, do you remember we talked about the escapees from the New Orleans jail, like back in May? There were 10 guys that got out.
Kinda.
And like they wrote something on the wall. What was it? They left a note behind the wall saying LOL, something. What was it? They had all these... Oh, I can't remember it. Anyways, apparently...
So long, thanks for all the fish?
What?
No, Ron, you ever seen that movie? You ever read that book and seen the movie?
Read the book and seen the movie. You're going to have to be a little more specific.
Well, don't worry about it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Oh, I think I have seen that. That's an old movie, yeah.
It's a good book. And that's what the dolphins say when they leave Earth, because they were aliens. And they say, so long, thanks for all the fish.
Okay, I'll believe you.
That's what I would write.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Safe travels. Well, they caught the last one finally.
All right.
After 5 months.
What was he doing?
He was hiding under someone's house in Atlanta, Georgia.
No way. Another person hiding underneath the house.
A house.
Oh, why didn't you lead it with that?
Because
those are my favorite stories.
Well, we couldn't remember this one, so obviously it wasn't that memorable. Yeah, they made a lot of fame again because one, there was 10 of them that all escaped all at once.
No, I don't care about that.
And they escaped behind a hole in the toilet, and they wrote stuff on the wall like, "You're never going to get us, LOL."
I want to know about living under a house.
Yeah, he was there. It doesn't say how long he was under the house, but that's where he was when he was captured. For nearly 5 months, law enforcement across multiple states worked tirelessly. This guy's name was Groves, back into custody. I know people were betting which one would be the last one to get caught. Well, whoever had Groves raking in the cash. They had him on the squares.
Oh, he had to be caught to win the bet?
No, the last one to get caught, I think, was what the bet was.
What happens if someone else escapes while they escape again? How does that bet work?
Because it went on for so long. And he probably arrives back at the prison basically a celebrity. Bro, you were out for 6 months.
Yeah,
what
dude.
Up? High
Carl's
fiving
Jr. hamburger.
All day.
Yeah, I wonder how funny that would be. Like, oh man, I got it. They caught him. I won the bet, and then on the transport back to the prison, the other one escapes. And I'm like, oh, look who's in first now. I like it.
All right, man. It's a pretty good time for the quick hit at the end of the show.
Okay.
Dick, do you know who Patricia Stallings is?
No, I do not.
She is an American woman who was wrongfully convicted of murder after the death of her son Ryan in 1989. Because testing seemed to indicate an elevated level of ethylene glycol in Ryan's blood. And so authorities suspected antifreeze poisoning and arrested Stallings the next day. And she was convicted of murder in 1991 and sentenced to life in prison. But she gave birth to another child while incarcerated.
Oh, that's the best.
Awaiting trial. Oddly enough, this next child was diagnosed with methylamic acidemia, a rare genetic disorder that can mimic antifreeze poisoning. Prosecutors initially did not believe that the siblings' diagnosis had anything to do with Ryan's case, but the lawyers proved otherwise. And basically, she was freed out of prison because she has some sort of ability to sire children.
Wait,
What?
did they talk about the new child? Did he die?
No, I don't think he died.
Good.
No,
Because that clearly it kills you.
It can. It can.
Yeah. Let's see.
So after spending nearly 2 years incarcerated, Stallings was released in July of 1991. Prosecutors declined to close the decided to close the case 2 months later, and she sued the hospital and the laboratories that were involved in Ryan's care and reached an out-of-court settlement. Isn't that nuts? They were able to prove that the biology of these children were actually causing these, false positive tests for antifreeze poisoning. And this lady, this poor mom, had to spend 2 years in prison because one of them had died. So she's still around.
Dude, this is actually pretty cool. So the aftermath is pretty wild because apparently there was a similar case going on at the same time, and she felt that's where they got basically influence for people to look into it.
Yeah, let's check this case out.
And then in 1994, McElroy, the guy I guess who is the prosecutor, was running for re-election. She donated $10,000 of the $7-figure settlement to the opponent. And then when they offered to show the information from the case, right? Well, when she found out the information, she asked for her arrest record to be expunged. So that wasn't even expunged at the time. So she still had a record
of being on murder trial.
Yeah, which is wild.
That is wild. You would think if they exonerated you, I guess you technically didn't get exonerated. You just got released and the case was dropped. But it's like when you go to the principal's office in 5th grade, it's on your permanent record.
Oh, DJ, the son, died at 23.
Oh, no. I didn't see that part. Oh,
that's sad.
Sorry about that. Well, Patricia.
And then she passed away.
No, she's still
David,
alive. I was going to say she's still alive. Well, Patricia Stallings, you are our Audience of One onesie of the week. Congratulations. Wild. I know that your life has been pretty traumatic. Hopefully this helps just a little bit to win this prestigious weekly award from the Audience of One show.
That's actually got to be pretty wild to go through that.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I hope she has safe travels. All right, Dick, that's all we've got for this week, buddy. We got to run a little bit long on this show, but you know what? Added free extra entertainment for the onesies. Like, subscribe, share, follow.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.